This Isuzu NPR came with the worn brakes, contaminated bearings, and enough oil grease to cause a major failure. Today, we are completely rebuilding the front hubs with new bearings, races, seals, rotors, and brake pads. Stick around because I'll show you the correct wheel bearing adjustment procedure that many people get wrong. I'll do it easy way. Welcome back to the channel, guys. Today we are working on 2014 Isuzu NPR truck. We will be stripping the front hubs down completely, replacing bearings and races, fitting new rotors and brake pads, repacking everything with fresh grease and adjusting the wheel bearings correctly before putting it back on the road. Before dismantling anything, always inspect rotor condition, pad wear, check for bearing play so you know what to do while the job going on. So excessive movement here can lead to premature brake wear and unsafe handling. So as you can see now, I am disassembling the calipers and the brake pads. Caliper, never let the caliper hang on the brake hose. Support it promptly. I use a steel hook to prevent internal hose damage. So never allow caliper weight on brake hose. So with the caliper removed, we can access the hub assembly and begin dismantling bearing and components. So as you saw just before, I have removed the hub assembly out from the truck. So this is the brake pad condition. This is the stub axle condition. It has the all grease. This truck proper greasing or brake pads replacement recently. So I'm carrying out full repacking with rotors pads replacement on this truck. So the ABS ring is press fit on this model. I'm using the heat gun, carefully heat around, not to heat too much, and removing the ABS ring carefully so you don't need to replace the ring. And with this procedure, you can reuse the ABS ring. Once the ABS ring is removed, we gain access to the rotor mounting bolts, allowing the hub and rotor to be separated. So I've experienced in some cases these bolts were rusted, but fortunately these bolts could be removed without any hassle. So the next part, what you can see now, I'm just disassembling the hub from the rotor. Due to rust corrosion, it will be definitely will be a bit hard to remove, but I'm using this procedure to separate the hub from the rotor. step, what you see now is removing the old hub seal, old bearings, and getting it cleaned to prepare to install new bearings and new hub seals to get back into the rotor. So this procedure must be done correctly, and also need to clean the hub properly to get rid of all old burnt grease. This is where I started the cleaning procedure, guys. So I'm cleaning the stub axle, taking out all the old grease. This is the other side hub assembly that I'm removing the old grease and the bearings and hub seals to get it prepared to clean. I use contaminated diesel. I had contaminated diesel in the workshop to I'm using those things to do as a cleaning additive, so which can get a good result. So once you clean and then get the rust all out, use a sandpaper to get rid of the rust. And on this process, you can make sure there's no wear out or major scoring marks inside the hub, making sure the hub is reusable. And also it's the same procedure for the stub axle as well. Okay, now the hubs are ready. So I insert the new rotor into the hub assembly, and I use a bit of Loctite on the old bolts, and it's ready to install the rotor into the old hub. And also, as you can see, still I haven't removed the outer races from the hub. I kept it for the last moment. So next step going to be I'm going to remove the outer races. And now what you see, I'm torquing the bolts. With the hub prepared, new bearing must always be installed with matching new races. So I'm just removing the old outer races. Mixing old races with new bearings can cause to rapid failure. So make sure you are using same races what belongs to the new bearing. So the outer races must be matching with the bearing what you're installing. So the razor installation, so you can use a hydraulic press, but I found this procedure is easy. And this is how I did the razor installation. And this is how I did the bearing repacking, greasing the bearing. I used the bearing repacking tool. That makes my life way easier and save the time. I'll put the tool description on the video description, guys. All right, next, what you see now, putting some grease into the hub cavity. So do not overfill it. Just fill about 75% of grease inside, and then you can install the new bearing and also the new hub seal as you see on this video now. So the last step on the bench, installing the ABS toner ring. So you need to install this correctly and equally to prevent damage in the ABS ring and also triggering ABS fault. This ring is a bit expensive, so guys, do it carefully. This is after the installation. All right, as you can see, both rotors are ready to install. And let's see how I'm going to install the new rotors into the truck. So the rotor assembly is installing into the hub. So this is how I adjust the bearing, guys. So I never had issues, been doing this for long. I'll explain the correct procedure as well. So what I do, tied the wheel bearing while turning the rotor disc until the point that where there is a high resistance that you can't turn, but you still can turn, but you do not overload the bearing that can damage. So I do this by experience, so I never had any issues. Then you loosen the nut for one round, and then retight it for half round and then lock the nut. So that's how it is. So, but according to Isuzu NPR service procedure, the hub preload is adjusted after installation. The service literature specifies a bearing preload measured using a spring scale. New bearings should produce approximately 9.8 to 24.5 Newton meter of pull force when rotating the hub. So that's the Isuzu workshop manual procedure explanation. With the bearing adjusted correctly, we can reinstall the caliper assembly and fit the new brake pads. That's what you see now. I use a piston pressing tool to push the pistons back. You will see it shortly. And with the torque specs, it might be different torque settings for newer NPR trucks, but generally the brake caliper mounting bolts are specified at approximately 221 Newton meter, which is 163 foot-pound. But make sure you check manufacturer specification for your exact VIN and axle configuration. So you can see now that I'm installing the brake pads correctly. On this model, there is no wear sensor. I applied a bit of anti-seize grease on one of the pads where it's stuck in the caliper. And make sure on the final inspection, rotate the wheels, pump the brake pedal before moving the vehicle, and verify a smooth wheel rotation with no abnormal noise or wear in play. All right, so the job is pretty much done, guys. And the final bolt installation. If this video helped you, hit the like button and subscribe for more professional truck repair tutorials. And also check in my channel. I got light vehicle repairs, day-to-day vehicle repairs as well. Let me know in the comments what truck would you like to see next.